Welcome to Simply Liminal. My name is Stacy. This is my daily 2-card reading for Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. This week, and we're getting close to the end of the week, but this week we are working with the Goddess Power Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed, and the illustrations are done by Jenna Del Grataglia. Probably mashing her name every time I say it. They have worked on decks together before, and the illustrations are always beautiful and really go along with this beautiful channel divine message that Colette has opened to and then shares with us. So we're going to continue to look at two things like we have been for these readings. We're going to look at the energy of the day and the focus of the day. So the energy is, the force that's directed at us towards the from the universe. And it's not just necessarily the huge big universe. Sometimes it can be just the force directed at us, in the grocery store or at work or in our home environment. That's all energy, and we all have to learn to work with it and flow with it. And then the focus is our intention, effort, or response that we put into that. Because everything is twofold. Energy comes at us, but how we respond to it is very important and can determine a lot for us. So, I should mention that before I do any of these readings, I open a circle of light and love and protection around myself, which extends not just to myself, but to anyone who will read or see these oracle card readings, no matter when it is, whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, or next year. And I believe that whenever you see them, there is something in the reading that you are meant to see, whether the date jives or not. There's some message there for you. So let us look at the energy. Oops. Boy, those cards want to stick together. I don't know if that's a sign. We'll see. Maybe it'll pop for us. And then we have our focus. Okay. So I'm going to continue to read from these intuitively, and then I will look at the guidebook as well. And this deck has been gorgeous and just so full of divine messages and energy. I'm just so excited to share it with you guys. All right, so let us look at our energy for the day. Here we have her, Ishtar. She is one of the mighty, powerful, great, ancient goddesses. And look at the knowledge that's on the face of her in this artwork. She is all-knowing. And also, she kind of has a face that says, you can't bullshit me. No. So, it's kind of funny here. The message on the card is communication. And so, I think that energy of communication is coming at us today. And I think we need to be very clear in how we respond to that. Like, communication is coming, but are we going to hear it correctly? Are we going to be receptive to it? Are we going to push back at it? Sometimes things are communicated to us and we just want to say, nope. No, thank you. I'm not interested in that. But look at her face. What is coming to us is something that we need to know. I mean, look at her. She's just saying, look, you're going to listen to this. You might not like it. You might love it, but you might not, but you're going to listen to it. Anyway, so let's look at what the guidebook says from this card. Got to get to the right page here. So, Ishtar, communication. It says, your intimate relationship with the invisible world is being called upon right now as you enter unfamiliar environments and situations. It's time to communicate with the great goddess, the aspect of the conscious universe in her most collaborative form. The world then becomes your oracle as it opens up and communicates everything you need in the form of signs, omens, and messages. Now is the time to pay attention to synchronicities and those moments when logic and reason fail to give you the full picture. The Mesopotamian goddess Ishtar reminds you of the time in her ancient temples when her priestesses served as oracles, communing with the goddess and imparting wisdom to the people who sought guidance. Look at everything in your life as an opportunity for communication, losing the need for self-centeredness, connecting to source in a sacred and intimate way. You will not pray on your knees as a supplicant. You engage the great goddess as a partner in co-creation, participating in the making of worlds. No one needs to rescue you when you act empowered, aware and awake to the wondrous miracle you're a part of. All right, so here it is. Like I said, might not be a message that we want or are ready for, but it's a message we need. And that's very important. So let's look at our focus and how we are going to respond to this energy that's coming at us today. We have Artemis. Look at her here. So fierce, pulling back her bow and aiming. She is a mighty huntress. Artemis usually associated with the wild animals and hunting. And she takes no shit off of anybody. That's kind of her energy. So this is a strong message coming at us today. But Artemis's message to us is focus. But I will say that both of these are strong goddesses and both of these are strong messages. And so communication is coming to us. And this card talked about the synchronicities that are all around us. Sometimes it's those repeated cards or those numbers, like the angel numbers, like 1111 or 222, 333, 444, 555. That one I've seen so much. 1111 and 555. Those ones come to me all the time. Anyways, so we need to focus on those things. It was kind of like I talked about last week, the idea of the yellow car. The people will say, when was last time you've seen a yellow car? And you might say, I haven't seen a yellow car for a month. Who buys yellow cars? But I tell you what, if you look around you, there are yellow cars and you see them every day. They go by you. You just don't see them. But if you start focusing on your environment, you'll see the yellow cars, just like you'll see the synchronicities around us. So communication is coming at us and our job is to focus on it. So let us look at what the book says for our Artemis energy. Okay. It says, in order to fully embrace the intentions you have set into motion and your current conditions, it is important to seize the moment. Now is the time you can truly make your mark. As the Greek goddess of the hunt, Artemis will help guide your arrow. Surrender yourself to the process of whatever is calling for your attention. Immerse yourself fully in whatever needs your focus, and allow yourself the experience of deep and abiding trust. If you aim true and your heart is open and pure, grateful for all the bounty that surrounds you, your deepest desires will manifest before you like magic. So, I mean, this is a very strong message. It feels profoundly important today. So I'm very interested to see how this day plays out. And I'd love to hear how you guys, after reading this message or seeing this reading, how your day plays out and how this applies to you. Anyway, beautiful message, beautiful goddess energy that we're getting today from these two. I hope you found this reading helpful. I hope you've connected with it in some way. I would love to hear your thoughts on the card reading, on the card deck, or I would love to hear any suggestions you have or stories you have in regards to these goddesses. Please like, please subscribe. Please share these readings. I would love to help this channel grow. And by spreading these readings around, the channel will grow. And then I can spread more messages to people. And I just think that the divine is talking to us through these messages. I was very called to get this deck in play. As soon as it came in the mail, I knew you are the deck for this week. We need this divine goddess energy. I think it's important. And I think we need to be receptive to it. And these are kind of two, I mean, just not gonna say no bullshit goddesses. Ishtar, she's telling us the communication is coming. And Artemis is like saying, focus, pay attention. You've got this. So beautiful, beautiful reading today. My name is Stacy. Thank you for visiting Simply Liminal with me.